right, shower is completed. That's not okay.
Oh, I just saw the gnat again.
That's not okay, in my opinion. Oh! I've ordered takeout. Yes, I have. I'm using a literal butter knife right now.
Tried my first bite of food. It dribbled on me a little bit.
One day I will be a plus size influencer who has died. That is crazy.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Hello YouTube, I'm back and my name is Hens. I'm here with Amberlynn and she's getting ready to tell us what do we deserve to have. And let me fix this. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, so we're going to watch Amberlynn and she's going to tell us something mean.
Hey guys, so welcome to a new
Hey,
video.
Amberlynn.
So I figured since I have been gone for a little bit of time that I would come back with a Q&A just to kind of like check in.
A little bit of time, aka literally a week.
And I just didn't want to just like throw up a vlog and be like, hi guys, and act like I didn't disappear, because I did. So let's do the Q&A. There is 15 questions and I had you guys ask me these questions from Instagram. So let's get into it. So the first question is, why haven't you been uploading? I got a lot of like, where are you? We miss you. Why haven't you been filming and uploading? And it's because of everything that happened with my mom. I got extremely triggered and it was hard. It was hard for my mom. It was hard for me. And it kind of just like made me kind of just go into a shell. And it wasn't even just with YouTube. It's been just in general. And I've just been having kind of like a hard time. And that's just me being honest.
I don't believe her, honestly. I don't believe her. She's trying to guilt and shame her audience.
The next question is, how have you been feeling mentally? I feel like that was a good question to have on here. I haven't been doing that great. I have been feeling extremely low and depressed, and it's been kind of like dark. So I had to take a step back, and I told myself that I'm gonna wake up today and I'm going to kind of like fake it till you make it. And I'm gonna just try my hardest to be an adult, film.
It doesn't count as faking it until you make it if you literally say out loud to your audience, guys, you bullied me. I'm crying because of you.
I had cameos that I did, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Those made me very, very happy. So thank you guys so much for requesting cameos. Like, it means the world to me, truly. And now I want to go back to like doing things that I love, because I have lost all interest in pretty much everything. I have just hit a very...
Whatever. Okay. Everything is tasteless. Everything is just so unappealing to me now because of you guys.
low point, and I'm trying to just pick myself back up. Next question is, what's the update on you going back on Ozempic? So I definitely do want to go back on something like that.
Oh, before I continue on with this bullshit, thank you so much to everybody who's a new subscriber and commenting and liking all of my videos, especially this one, the filter fails one with Amberlynn. Thank you so much, everybody. It means the world. Like, you have tripled, or like even more my sub count in the past couple of days, and it's been wild. Thank you so much.
So there is semaglutide, which I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right, which you can get at med spas, which someone actually contacted me on Instagram and told me about it. Actually, one that's kind of near my city. I am interested in it. It's going to be cheaper than Ozempic. So I am going to call the med spa and I'm going to set up a consultation. So that is something that's going to be in the works. Next question is, do you think you'll...
It's literally the same thing. So is her gallbladder no longer a factor for some reason? I don't understand. That's so odd.
Stay in Oklahoma for the foreseeable future? I think for now, I definitely want to stay here.
She doesn't have a choice because she doesn't have a caretaker. She can't take care of herself. She can't get on public transportation. She can't or won't call an Uber, and then she can't drive herself. She's stuck.
Love everything about Oklahoma besides the weather. There has been a lot of tornadoes lately. I hope everyone is okay. It's definitely scary. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to tornadoes. You guys know that. But it's kind of ironic that I'm living in Tornado Alley. Ugh, that's like literally the only thing I hate about it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this summer because that's when it gets real bad. So I am kind of dreading that. But as for everything else, like, I love living here. I love being around family and I'm creating a life here and I love that. Next question is, do you think reaction channels should delete their videos where they said false statements about your mom?
Okay, first off, nobody said that her mom unalived a dog. Nobody said that that for sure happened. They said this is what the status of the code is. This is what it entails. Like, it's on your mom's record. You can say, and whoever, whatever reaction channel it was that said that they called the fucking court, which is weird and fucking obsessive, said that the court clerk uh claimed it was a mistake, a typo. If it is, why is it still on your record and why aren't you trying to get it removed? And why isn't Amber acknowledging that? Like, are you fucking for real? If it's an actual error, you can get it taken off. If it's not, I think it was part of a plea deal and it was dropped in the actual fucking sentencing. But I don't think that it was removed from her record because it was meant to stand. Like, they didn't pursue it, but like, it's there. I don't know. And then there's a video of her saying that her mom was literally going to jail for 5 years for abusing a dog. Uh, Multiple reaction channels have shown it. So she's really picky and choosy about how she wants to be upset. And it's not convincing, to be honest. That's why the whole court clerk thing, I don't believe secondhand hearsay.
Because technically that is defamation. That's a hard question. I don't really know, because when I think of that,
It's not defamation.
like I think of myself, like I have said some things in the past that weren't true, even though I thought they were at the time. It doesn't mean I'm going to go and delete them or anything like that. So it's like, do I want to hold the same standards for reaction channels? I mean, in the sense of like the reaction channels that like really truly were like, yeah, Amberlynn's mom did do this. Like, it is defamation. That is technically like the term for it. Do I think they
No, it's not Amber. LawyerLynn. Fucking hell. I know the title of this episode. LawyerLynn lectures us.
should delete the video? I guess maybe morally it makes sense to do that, especially because they were so wrong. Like, if you guys did
Especially? I mean, I'm just so morally correct that I don't even know grammar. Oh my gosh. Shut up, Amber.
didn't know, like, this whole thing about my mom has just been really hard, because we knew it wasn't true about my mom doing something to a service
Then why is it still on her record if she knew about it? Why didn't she get it removed? Why isn't she trying to get it removed? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense at all. Make it make sense.
animal. And I guess supposedly there was a reaction channel who ended up calling the court place, and it turns out that it was a technical error, a keystroke error. And it's like, me and my mom knew that she would never ever in a million years do something like that. She has made a lot of mistakes.
So then what are you doing about it? You don't get to complain that people talked about it if it's on her record. Like, for real.
Like, you guys have seen her record. It's just like, how is she supposed to move on from something
By getting it removed from her record since she didn't apparently do it. But if she can't, then that's kind of indicating that maybe she did do it and that it was part of a plea deal that dropped the charges in the sentencing. That's what I think.
that she did over a decade ago? Like, she has literally made amends and has taken accountability and has been sober for 9 years. Like, it's not like she made, bad mistakes and then didn't make amends and didn't take accountability and didn't change who she
I don't know why she's talking about all this. Like, if your mom didn't do it, get it removed. That's that simple. What are you talking about? It makes no fucking sense why she's going on and on and on and on about how her mom's innocent rather than talking about how they're going to work to get it taken care of.
is. Like, I have gotten so many messages from people where they were like, the only type of person who can't forgive your mom is someone who has never either A, suffered with drug addiction, or have known someone who has suffered with.
Everybody said that Mama Lynn is trying to be a better person. Amber's ignoring that part because that means that she can't be a fucking victim. She's such an annoying person, honestly.
Drug addiction. And I think that makes sense, because if you don't understand something or you've never been through something, then I can see why you'd be like, whoa, that's not forgivable. And I understand that to an extent. But really, I feel like what matters is that I forgive her, her mom forgives her, her family forgives her, and she forgives herself. And that's exactly what has happened. And I think that's why, like, all of this just, like, coming up and, like, strangers, like, this YouTube channel is mine. It's not my mom. So, like, so many strangers just, like, attacking her for stuff that she did while under so many drugs. It's not even funny. It's been hard for her because it's like
Nobody attacked her, first off. And then did she like why does this feel like an admission of the guilt of the thing on her record, but trying not to own up to it? Like, why does that feel like how that is? Not just a clerical error. Because, like, wouldn't your mom know there's a clerical error on her record? Because it would come up before. But, like, if it's come up now, what is she doing about it? Not going on and on about how she's innocent, right? That doesn't do anything to change the situation for her.
it's not something that like a normal person goes through, you know? They do bad things and they either take accountability or they don't, but usually that's like within their family, within their small little group. But my mom is currently experiencing
That's because you put her on the internet. You told everybody that she and her and your dad were both drug addicts. You said that. You said that like 10 years ago. What are you talking about, Amber?
thousands of strangers just like bashing her for something that she did.
Nobody is bashing her. I said that I believe that she's a changed woman. She's working to be a better human being at the current state. Like, as far as we know, aside from her enabling you right now about like going out to eat and shit, she is pretty much a better person aside from the gambling. I don't like the gambling, but whatever. Um, she is so desperate to be a victim. It's embarrassing.
Was she wasn't even truly her true self, and it's just been like really hard for us. And but do I think reaction channels should delete their video? It makes sense if you would, because the information is so not accurate. But like I
Amber, I didn't criticize that part in my video, so I'm not deleting it. I criticized the fact that your mom was an abusive, neglectful parent. I can criticize that because I understand that. You playing a victim because people don't like that, because people don't want to see that perpetuated in the world, you have a problem. You are a narcissist and you inherited all of those forms of behavior in your own personal relationships. And we've seen that. And the more that we see and like how this upsets you, we can see that this is really touching a core part of yourself.
also understand if they don't, because it is their job to an extent. So I could definitely see both sides of the situation. So next question is,
This isn't a job for me. This is a hobby at best. Uh, really, it was kind of an inconvenience that she posted today. I wanted to just relax all day. Um, but it's fun sometimes, especially getting to connect with the audience I'm building right now. It's great, and I appreciate you all.
has your mom changed her opinion about going on your channel? So when I first moved here, my mom was very like, I don't want to be on it yet. Like she was just like super shy about it. And it was definitely something she was thinking of doing for sure. And then just as of recently, like she randomly just like showed her face on video, and she's been feeling a little bit more like, oh, maybe we should have like a cooking series on your channel. It's something that we
Really? You should have a cooking series. Your obese ass should have a cooking series. Really, Amber? That sounds like a fantastic idea for how to kill yourself on camera. Your mom is enabling you, just like I fucking said. Just like I fucking said.
wanted to start. And but the minute she showed her face, like this whole thing happened, and it made her literally tell me, I don't think I want to be on your channel. And that like hurt me.
Aw, it hurt you that you won't be able to make as much money, and you won't be able to show off your family, and you won't be able to go out to eat as much.
But like I get it. I don't know if she's gonna change her mind. I really hope that she does, because like who she is as a person now, like that's the person that matters.
Yeah, and that's who we pretty much assume that she is, except for the fact that she's pretty fragile about people talking about her past offenses, which means that she's not really past them. She's still living in that moment of feeling shame about it. And you can't live that way if you're moving forward in the future. That's not how it works.
And she did not go through so much hard work to just constantly be held at the person that she was in her addiction. Because if that's the case, who would ever want to get sober if they're constantly being held?
Amber, you can't talk about getting sober because you're literally an addict. You are in active addiction. That little diminutive phrase you like to use.
To who they were then. Like, what's the point of getting sober and improving and taking accountability and completely changing who you are as a person?
I mean, the point is that you feel better about it, Amber. That's the point of getting sober, is that you aren't dying. You are living a life. You are not like festering. And I of course you can't understand because you're literally in the middle of it. You can't understand.
person if that's
You
the
can't even
only
she cannot even fathom what it means to be a stable human being that doesn't need a substance to fill that empty void. She has no idea.
Well, duh.
thing that people are going to think about when they think of you. I just don't think it's fair. The next question is, how does your mom feel about you talking about her past on your channel? So that's something that like I've always been super worried about. So even when I first
That's a lie. She used to talk about it all the time when she was like with Crystal in Destiny because there's a video the same one I was talking about before where she was literally talking about her mom having to go to jail for 5 years. She might not have served the 5 years, and that's why she said in the last video, "Oh, and she's never even been to jail for 5 years. She went to jail for 5 years. She just got out in 2." That's the fucking point.
started my YouTube channel, I asked both my parents, like, how do you feel about me sharing, things about foster care or things that
Foster care is your story. What are you talking about? You can talk about foster care all you fucking want. You can't talk about your mom. You can't talk about your dad then. And you definitely cannot talk about your brothers. Like, that's the point. You just don't understand boundaries at all.
you guys have done that has affected me. And something they've both always have said, which I have always found so like I just feel very thankful for it, is like it's your story too, Amberlynn. Like we
Not everything is your story to tell. Not everything at all. That's the problem. She doesn't understand that not everything is hers to tell.
put you through these things and our actions have impacted you. So it's not just our story, it's also yours. And I think that's why like I have been okay with sharing certain things about my parents or my past or like my mom's record. Like that's not something actually I would have ever brought up. I would have never like brought up my mom's record ever. And the only reason why I did is because of this whole thing. My parents or my impacted you. So it's not just our story, it's also yours. And I think that's why like I have been okay with sharing certain things about my parents or my past or like my mom's record. Like that's not something
There was some kind of background noise, like something shuffling around, and Twinkie's right there. She's the biggest one in the house, aside from Amber. And I don't know that the cats could make that much noise. I think somebody's in the house with her.
actually I would have ever brought up. I would have never like brought up my mom's record ever. And the only reason
Bruh, you've brought up your mom's record when she was being sentenced at the time. Shut the fuck up.
why I did is because of this whole thing that's happened. 95% of the things that I have been through, I have never mentioned on my channel, but the 5% that I have mentioned, it very much does involve my parents, and I have gotten permission because they say that it's also my story. And I'm just appreciative of that. Next question is, are you and Valentine still together? Yes, we are. Question number 9, do you think your food addiction is exacerbated by social media? And I would say sometimes, but it's mainly because like I am also like kind of an emotional eater.
Guaranteed she follows like food accounts on Instagram and on TikTok. She just loves looking at all the pretty food, wanting to eat it, and then she just gorges herself. It's like an edging session for her.
And when things get rough, I turn to food, and that does happen. Next question, what's something weird you get anxiety about? So like I have a lot of like food anxieties, and I recently just opened up to my friends about that. It's like some of my really bad food anxieties is like if I have like a double cheeseburger, that's one of them, or like a lot of
What? Oh my god. I bet she gets 2 cheeseburgers instead of just a double cheeseburger because she needs the extra bread.
pasta at once or pizza. Those are my top 3. And by food anxiety, I mean like while I'm eating it, like for some reason my brain is telling me you might have a heart attack while eating this. And I know that's like not true, and that's more than likely not.
You might have a heart attack eating a fucking piece of bread. Honestly. You might have a heart attack just sitting there breathing air. Honestly. You might have a heart attack in your sleep. Honestly. Amber, your health is far from good. Don't worry about the fucking foods you're eating specifically. Worry about losing the weight.
Not gonna happen while I'm eating it. But like I do get those like negative thoughts. Those are my top 3 ones. Sometimes I don't get that at all. But if I am getting that, I usually won't finish my meal. I'll purposely only eat like half of it because in my brain that like makes me feel like, oh, now you have less of a chance of having that heart attack. I know that's like the weirdest thing ever, or for me it feels pretty weird. So that's why that is my answer for this question. Next question is, how does Valentine feel about you posting thirst traps on TikTok? So I have asked her this because I do get this question a lot. People are always like,
People are judging you because it's weird and disrespectful, especially if you're actually serious about talking to this girl. Like, I would not want to talk to you anymore if you were doing that shit. Like, especially as a famous or infamous person, like, I would not want to talk to you anymore. I would cut it off. But I have more self-respect at this point than that, Valentine.
why do you post, TikToks like this if you're in a relationship? So then it got me thinking and I was like, is it weird that I post TikToks like
Wow, she had to think about it, guys. She had to think about if it was disrespectful to post sexy thirst traps on Instagram and TikTok when she's trying to date someone. Seriously. As a like monogamous type relationship. Get the fuck out, you dumb bitch.
this? Like, so then I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask Valentine, like, what does she think of it? And honestly, she said she doesn't mind and that she kind of likes it because she gets to also see them and she thinks I look really good in my TikTok. So it's not something that like bothers her. She's not
Sounds like she's desperate, which is kind of embarrassing.
really insecure and she's super confident in like the way that I feel for her and the way that she feels for me. So I don't think there's an issue with it. But if she was bothered with it, obviously I wouldn't do it anymore. Next question is, does Valentine want to appear in your YouTube videos? She does. It is something we have talked about. And she said that she is willing to be in my videos, but I think that we're both ready because I think that's like a really big step. I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't had my partner in videos in a really long time. So it's kind of gonna be like really new territory for
because Feline had fucking self-respect too. Everybody. And now Beck is married, or Beck is in a relationship. Destiny's married. Feline, I don't know you, but I hope that you had a good time rebounding back from this. And then hopefully Valentine will come to her senses before she moves in. But if not, we'll see.
for me. So I want to just like wait. Especially like I just am not in the greatest headspace right now, as you guys can tell. So I just want it to be like a really good time when we finally like take that next step, whether it's like her real name or whatever it may be. Question 13, how do you feel that no reaction channel has come out and apologized to your mom after bashing her?
Oh my god, what the fuck? Nobody bashed your fucking mom, you dumb bitch. What the fuck? I literally said that I admired her for changing around her life. Like, what the hell? It's literally been like, and I said that she looked better than you look. Are you fucking kidding me? I praised your mom for her turning her around her life. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, you are such an ungrateful bitch.
For something that she didn't even do. So I think there was one reaction channel who did apologize, and that was Alex the Shook. So I do actually greatly appreciate that because he did it. It makes me emotional. Sorry. It makes me emotional.
It makes me emotional because he's my favorite reaction channel. Oh my god, guys, he likes me.
Because he did it like the day he found out that it wasn't true. And there are so many other reaction channels that like literally bashed my mom. That's how it felt. That's how it felt.
That's how it felt. Not what it was. That's how it felt. Not what it was. Listen to the words she uses. After already saying that that's what it was, she now says that's how it felt. Interesting.
Us, because it's hard. It's heavy. There are other reaction channels who like spoke on it like the day of, like when they thought it was true, and then they just haven't said anything since. They haven't said anything since finding out that it's not true. And it's
Some people's lives don't revolve around you. Imagine that, Amber. Imagine that you're not the center of the world. But that's what she's mad about, that people didn't make a video for her saying sorry to Amber. Aww. It's just like when Nika Kato didn't want to fucking apologize to her. Aww. It's just like everybody that she seeks approval from. Aww.
just, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. And I've always had like a love-hate relationship for Alex Shook, but like there have been instances, this is not the first one, where he has like done the right thing, and I just appreciate him
The right thing being what she wants.
for that, like truly. Like I even told my mom that he apologized, and because my mom knows a little bit about reaction channels, none by name or anything weird like that, she just knows that they exist. And she's also appreciative, and she's also strangely and ironically and weirdly enough appreciative of the person who called the courtroom. And because I feel like I feel like the call was made to prove that I was lying, when in fact,
I believe the call was made to verify whether or not it was a real transcript, not whether or not you were lying. So, way to try and be a victim again.
I wasn't. I was vindicated. My mom was vindicated. But we are
Wow,
both
she just wanted to use that word.
actually, strangely enough, grateful that that call was made. And, you know, mistakes do happen. Even
She keeps saying it's a mistake, but then are you going to do something about it? Like, are you going to fix it?
in the courtroom, and that's just proof that things like that do happen. It is odd that someone would call, but we are grateful that it
It's
did happen.
fucking
And
weird.
I think, you know,
I agree
my
with
mom
her
had to
on
like
that.
put me in a different headspace for a minute because this was just getting hard and heavy. And she was like, you know what, Amberlynn, that person could have not revealed about the error. And I was like, that's true.
What do you mean? They were literally making content out of it. What are you fucking talking about?
You know, the person could have called and found out about the error and then just like kept quiet. But the fact that they, you know, I haven't seen that. I don't know if it's like a video. I heard that it was like a YouTube
Girl, we know you watched it. You watched it with a smile on your fucking face.
channel. I don't even know who it was. I don't know their name or anything like that. So I'm assuming the person made a video and said, you know, it's actually just an error. You know, they could have not done that. So the fact that they did, we are appreciative. So thank you. Next question is there a reason why
See? She didn't fucking say they're gonna take care of it. I don't believe it's a fucking error now. Like, I would have believed it more if she said, now we're gonna take care of it. She didn't actually say shit about it. Like, this is the fucking shit that makes me suspicious of her.
people think that your girlfriend is fake? So the only thing that I have seen, because I do get messages, is that people think that she's fake because of the timeline, because two of my exes are also in like relationships or whatever. And it makes sense. I understand because I waited like over 2 months to reveal that I even had a girlfriend. Like that's the only thing I can think of because like I have never really been single for that long. So it shouldn't even be surprising.
If you've never been single for 2 months, I don't trust you as a person. I don't think that you know who you are. I don't think you know what the fuck you want in life. You just want to be in a relationship.
That I have a girlfriend at this point. So the last question is, do you have a problem with jealousy? So I'm not really a jealous person. I don't get jealous of other.
We know that's not true. Her partners have said that she's jealous. Even Destiny, the cheating ass that she is, like, still deserved a modicum of respect and privacy, and Amber didn't give it. Amber needed to know everything about where she was. And that's true with Crystal. She would be like, hey, what are you doing? When Crystal was doing nothing really, because Crystal didn't really do anything. And then Beck couldn't do what anything without Amber saying, what are you doing now, Beck? What are you doing? And then Eric and Ricky would have to come in and fucking be a buffer, even though they too would make fun of Beck. But at least it was more kind-hearted, I guess, and lighthearted than what Amber would do, just to deflect from it. Honestly, she's so fucking fake for this.
People's money or other people's looks or other people's this or that. What I do get jealous about though is like stuff in relationships. Like when I'm in a relationship, like I am a jealous girlfriend.
Told you.
I don't know if that's like part of like an insecurity of mine or if that's like BPD.
Duh.
I don't know what it is.
Girl, not everything is down to your fucking personality disorders. Maybe you're just a fucking asshole too. Maybe it's just you being a fucking asshole.
But I do get kind of jealous, pretty jealous. And I'm actually working really hard on that. And I feel like I have gotten a lot better. The only thing I can do is improve and try not to like show my jealousy too much, if you know what I'm saying. But you know, Valentine actually doesn't mind a little jealousy. So I guess that's a good thing. So that is the end of this video. I know it was kind of heavy
Like I said, desperate.
for me, so it might be heavy for y'all. I don't really know, but I'm going to try posting some more. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I hated this, Amber, and you fucking suck. Like, you... Honestly, the fact that she didn't mention fixing the record for her mother at all, and the fact that she said, oh, they're grateful. Yay, thank you for that reaction channel for showing that it was a clerical error, except we're not going to take care of it and get rid of it. So then if ever this happens again, it's going to be the exact same fucking thing so she can be a fucking victim. Victim Lynn. But then it doesn't make any sense. Like, if it was a mistake, you would get it taken care of immediately, as soon as you knew. Not wait and just let it go and, oh, well, maybe it won't matter in the future. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Thank you so much to all the new followers. I mean, thank you so much to all the new subscribers.